Hello there, YouTube. This is on a 2010 GMC Acadia. I ended up replacing the spark plug wire or spark plugs, and they say you have to pull the intake off. It is true. You have these 3 bolts back here, then you have these 2, and one that is right down off in here. I'm not sure if you can see it too well. It's kind of right there. You'll have to take those out, but first you'll have to pull your hose loose here and here. Then I pulled my throttle body off because I was cleaning it up real good. Your hoses here you'll have to pull loose right here, and this one here you'll have to pull those loose. Just flop them back up out of the way, pull this up out of there. It's just a little rubber O-ring that pops down into the intake. Your wiring and everything here, if you pull this bolt loose, you can flop it back over here out of the way. And this here, that little plastic clip, well, you can see I ended up breaking mine, but you can pull it up out of there and fold it back over behind the cap for your power steering. Once you get your intake off, there's not really a lot connected to it, mainly a couple of little hoses and moving things off of it. Once you pull that up, you'll be able to access your spark plugs, which are up under the edge. There's one there. We got another one right back under there where that plug is, and then we got one here. And on the back side, they're a little bit easier to get to, but you'll still have to pull your intake off if you're wanting to change your front 3. That's the coil packs there. You can change the back ones without pulling the intake, but your best bet is to go ahead, pull your intake, get you some throttle body cleaner, and spray that thing out till it is shining really good inside. I went ahead and cleaned my intake out while I had it off, and it runs way better now. I've owned this thing for over 2 years and decided it was time to go ahead and change the plugs. I don't know if they had ever been done. They were off a little bit. While I was doing all of that, I noticed this little piece right here where this hose is going in, it was broke off around the edge. I ended up finding a hose that fit down in there real tight, and it fits down into this other little rubber piece real tight, and that's how I fixed mine. I don't know if anybody else has had one of those break on them. It was broke when I got the vehicle. Somebody looked like they JB welded it, but I figured that's a little bit better solution than the junk that you can tell somebody had. Looks like RTV sealant. It's all over it. I tried to clean it up a little bit. I wasn't getting too picky with it, but as long as it runs and drives, that's my main thing. But that's pretty much how you pull that off. And when you go back together with your intake, those 6 bolts, there, here, there, and the one that's down off in there, those torque to 17 foot-pounds. That's what I've found everywhere I've looked. So that was pretty much what I did on changing my spark plugs on a 2010 Acadia. If you got any questions, comment on the video and I'll try to answer them the best I can. Thanks guys, and have a good day.